Let me take you back to 2005. Madonna dropped an absolute banger.
This is a certified hood classic.
This numbskull got elected as UK Prime Minister for a third term.
Well, I mean, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. I mean, that is... Truthfully, you are.
And Sonic Studio USA released Shadow the Hedgehog, aka The Second Coming of Christ. Shadow the Hedgehog is a 2005 medication for depression published by SEGA that single-handedly saved gaming. Now, some people may think I'm doing a little bit of trolling, but I'm dead serious, fellas. I love this game, and I have no issue ranking this as the best game of the Dark Age. I mean, it isn't a very high bar when you have tripe like this, but this game is often seen as one of the low points in Sonic's history, which I suppose it won't rock anybody's world, but I enjoy it.
This is not a good game. I don't care what anybody says. It has the same control issues as Sonic Heroes, but it's just worse than Sonic Heroes. The gun mechanic is interesting, they just don't do anything with it. The story's bad, the characterization's bad, it's just overall not a great time.
Don't be indoctrinated by Speed Supersonic's lies. I mean, I don't know anyone who would believe him after his tomfoolery. And anyways, Ricardo, I see this game as more of a misstep than anything, rather than your favourite game being a complete and utter show that failed in every aspect it was trying to achieve and brought the franchise to its knees. Plus, he hates SA2.
I love Sonic 06 with a burning passion. It's my favorite Sonic game, my favorite video game, but I have the mental capacity and maturity to accept that this is not a good game.
Sonic Unleashed. This is one of the greatest Sonic games of all time. Amazing gameplay, amazing story, the graphics are fantastic, an amazing score and soundtrack.
Wait, if I like Shadow the Hedgehog, I guess that means I'm not based anymore.
Based. No more. No more.
No matter, now I can enjoy this game guilt-free. I mean, this game is brimming with soul and ambition. They named 326 different pathways that the player can go for. If you're asking me, way more soul and ambition than a game like, I don't know, Sonic Unleashed. But perhaps, let's not jump too far ahead. Let's go through what led to the release of this triumph. In 1998, Gamma was introduced as a playable character in Sonic Adventure, as the kiddies wanted a character that uses a gun in a Sonic game, but they thought Sonic having a gun would be inappropriate. Well, clearly they went back on their word. I imagine the COD fanbase was crying as they want guns in a Sonic game because their parents banned them from playing Call of Duty and only allowed them to play good, wholesome Sonic games. So Iizuka caved in and satisfied the masses as they thought Shadow would suit using a gun. Let's take a look at some of the adverts that attempted to attract a larger audience. He's a hedgehog with a history. If only he could remember it, with an explosion JPEG in the background. November 18th, a new force will arise, for good or for evil, you decide, with a poor black armed soldier surrendering to Shadow the Hedgehog. I don't know why this image just looks really funny to me. We aren't even in the game, and I can already feel the crackhead energy that radiates from this game. First thing I should go over is probably the most polarizing thing about the game, and that is of course, the guns. It seems if you are a Sonic fan, this is like Marmite to you. You either think the guns are cool, or you think they're f***ing stupid. And I think they're f***ing stupid. But at least it feeds into the whole insanity of the game, and gameplay wise, it functions well. The bullets home in on enemies quite accurately and shaves down health bars. Now, I absolutely despise health bars because not far behind it comes rooms with waves upon waves for enemies where you spam homing attack or you spam the boost button. But as Shadow the Hedgehog is such an amazing game, health bars don't mean anything because the guns tear through the health bars. The gun designs themselves certainly vary. As there are 3 factions, weapons have differing designs based on which side the weapon has been manufactured from. You got realistic man-made weapons, you got... Wait, what is that? It looks like a... Oh god, this one resembles a... Just look at the... And And then you also have the Eggman weapons. So despite what people say about Shadow the Hedgehog having realistic weapons, the game also features many goofier weapons, which I suppose were appealing to the Sonic Heroes crowd. I mean, I can't really blame the general public for this view, as all the promotional stuff and the cutscenes all showed Shadow with an AK mowing down people. Some guns are twice the size of Shadow that disintegrate any foe. Some guns take out enemies in one bullet, and some guns are the survival knife. Yes, a gun. It has an ammo count buster. The balancing here is out of control. There is no reason to take a pistol when there is an Oma shotgun in every stage. Some unknowledgeable people claim that Shadow the Hedgehog has some of the worst level design in the series, which simply isn't the case. The linearity of the levels allow you to easily track down the enemies needed, and objects are hidden in plain sight, allowing easy completion of the stage if you have an IQ higher than tinfoil. Occasionally, you get more open levels that lack goal rings. Wait a sec. These open areas are much appreciated as they provide something unique that we don't often see from Sonic. The missions themselves are quite varied. As opposed to just mowing down gun troops or black armed soldiers, you also get to deactivate bombs, destroy aircrafts, collect a certain amount of rings, etc. All of these fun activities keep the game from being stale. Apart from the artificial chaos mission, that one just sucks. And like I mentioned before, these are so easy to find that you are never frustrated with the game, and if you are a complete ass at the game, just simply complete the neutral mission and then go back on the route to your desired pathway. Even with the artificial chaos mission and other bad stages, you can simply avoid them if you've already played them and know where they are. All of these missions come along with a pre-established Sonic character that are egging you along to complete the designated task, including Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Rouge, Eggman, etc. Usually it's Black Doom conducting a dark mission, but occasionally it's Eggman. I love it when a character points out you must defeat the enemies to open a door, but then scolds you immediately when you defeat said enemies. It's just insanity. But one of the few actual flaws with this near-perfect game is how repetitive it is. I'm not talking about playing the game 10 times, because this game is so great, why not play it 10 times? But rather, the stage themes. It seems like each stage has some sort of a sister stage. For example, Digital Circuit and Mad Matrix, Central City and Westopolis, Glyphic Canyon and Sky Troops, Iron Jungle and Prison Island, Final Haunt on Black Comet, etc., which in combination with playing the game 10 times over, may make the game seem tiresome if you aren't a pro Shadow the Hedgehog gamer like me. Digital Circuit gets a pass though, because you literally avoid firewalls like it's the f***ing Emoji Movie. This game is a comedy, I don't care what anybody says. However, my favourite stage is Gun Fortress. The music is quite relaxed compared to the other offerings in the rest of the game, which juxtaposes the fact you get to mow down the last line of gun defences with a Gatling gun, with a near endless supply of ammo, with Rouge being the only one that could possibly attempt to bring him back to the hero side, but ultimately, it's too late, and the music reflects the guilt that Shadow feels for doing this. That's it. That's the only meaningful thing I can provide from this video, and even that was basically stolen off of a YouTube video. But still, I love this stage. One thing I failed to notice in my first couple of playthroughs is that occasionally the stage will change depending on your actions. This could have been so cool if they fleshed this out more. For example, maybe if you helped detonate bombs in Central City, buildings would collapse, meaning you'd have to do extra platforming, which would help nullify the repetitiveness of the game. The bosses are... yeah, they're okay. You can complete most in like 2 minutes and aren't awfully interesting, and the one unpleasant one is the final boss. You are challenged to damage Devil Doom by using a charged up Chaos Spear, except this was so finicky for me and rarely connected, making the process far more tedious than it had to be, which leaves the game on quite a sour note. Oh yeah, I almost forgot, the Egg Dealer, Dr. Eggman's latest and greatest creation, which allows Shadow to destroy it via an inbuilt gambling reel.
Enemy spotted.
The story, well, I'm not sure how I can explain this due to the multiple paths. This is really where all the batshit insane stuff originates from here. Initially, I was intrigued with where my actions took me in the story, but the story simply does not make sense. In one playthrough, there is so many loose plot points that I never returned to, and I understand that you're meant to put the pieces of the puzzle together, but it just makes everything so convoluted and confusing. And I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm missing something, but how can I influence a flashback? Unless this is like Black Doom manipulating his memories, but I don't think the game ever alludes to that. Just to showcase the absolute insanity of the story, I have compiled some very special highlights from the story.
If he says he knows the truth about who I am, then like it or not, I have to believe him.
What's up, Shadow?
Not you again.
We're on our way to the Ark, so I guess that means we're going too.
A Chaos Emerald? You've got to be kidding me, guys. This is like taking candy from a baby, which is fine by me. You scum! You're going down!
Ooh, you're hard.
Doctor, please, I need to know. Those androids, the ones that look like me, am I?
Yes.
What? You're going straight to hell. Goodbye, Doctor.
Honestly, I don't care about having a thought-provoking tale when I can just get a good chuckle from the cutscenes. Seeing everything about the cutscenes full flat is the most wondrous thing to watch unfold, and it's part of the magic of Shadow the Hedgehog. However, this game introduced the CGI cutscenes as we know today. Now, CG cutscenes aren't new to the series at this point, but the cutscenes here with the designs of the characters we know of today look immaculate and haven't aged a day. I wouldn't say the music ranks anywhere above the Hero soundtrack or anything else on that caliber, but there are a few bops here. While some of the vocal tracks, well, aren't my cup of tea to say the least.
No more gods, no more graves. Are you friend or fiend? No more life, no more death. Somewhere in between.
Never Turn Back is in my top 3 favourite vocal songs.
It's been a long, rough road, and I'm finally here. I'm moving an inch forward, feels like a year. Everything I feel seems so unreal as it's true.
And it would be a crime to neglect the EGG MAN remix. This was the game that first introduced the 4Kids cast into the games. Now, I think the 4Kids voices do a good job for the most part. Jason Griffith is my favourite Sonic, and probably my favourite Shadow too, and Mike Pollock is the perfect Eggman. Some weren't as strong though. For instance, Amy Palin as Tails is just fine to me. If anything, they're annoying. However, the Sonic fans of 2005 were not as pleased.
My God! That pisses me off. He's right. Ryan was not told until the very last moment. That is disrespectful and foolish of SEGA to do so. Ryan rocked, and the Sonic X Sonic voice sucked. I mean, it really sucked. And after seeing Sonic Riders and hearing Sonic's voice, does anyone honestly think this is going to be a good thing to replace Ryan with this Ryan wannabe? Hell no! Damn it. I do not care if they're trying to go to the Sonic X route. Bring back Ryan, you freaking SEGA morons! Leave the other voice actor to Sonic X. He did a great job for the last 5 years, and it is pointless to give up on him now. Wrong move for SEGA. Whilst gameplay seems to be improving, voice acting seems to be going downhill. Did I already say that news pissed me off? I did? Well, I'll say it again. Ah! That pisses me right off.
It doesn't take many brain cells to come to the conclusion that this game isn't the greatest. It 100% started the dark age of Sonic. Come on, a Sonic the Hedgehog character using a gun. but unlike a game like Sonic 06, I actually enjoyed it. Shadow the Hedgehog is just plain dumb fun to me, and I understand that it's tedious and frustrating to some, but I like it. This game is devoid of any stimulating narrative, just turn your brain off and you'll have a blast. The multiple endings, the morality system is something that I love in games, and while it isn't really fleshed out, it isn't seen in Sonic games often. The awful attempts of maturity, the cutscenes, the dialogue, the whole concept behind it is so bonkers, and you will likely never see a Sonic the Hedgehog game like this ever again. That's why I love Shadow the Hedgehog. It's just such a unique game that brings so much joy to my cold little heart. I don't care what anybody says. Shadow the Hedgehog is an absolute banger, fellas, and despite all its flaws, I can look at this game and appreciate the sheer mental illness about it and have a blast with it anyway. Without the experimental, ambitious, and dogshit games from the franchise, the Sonic the Hedgehog series wouldn't be the series as we know it today. But is that a good thing? I don't know. Funny guns go bang. Okay, but I draw the line at 06. That game is complete shit. I don't care if you enjoy it. What I say goes, you're on my land, boy, and I have the microphone. If you disagree, f you and leave. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm sorry that today's video might have felt a bit disjointed, but I suppose I was staying true to Shadow the Hedgehog's creative vision. It's still kind of surreal to me that there's actual human beings sitting down and watching my content, so if you did enjoy, subscribe. I need to surpass this loser in sub count. If you wish to interact with me, I've opened a Discord server with it appropriately being titled the Anti-Sonic Mod Channel Defense League. The link is in the description. There's also my Twitter account. Now, I highly recommend you follow it because every single bit of Sonic Twitter drama stems from me, and you can see me go off on a few people. That's all I've got for today. Have a nice rest of your day, and look forward to me complaining about Sonic fans complaining about Sonic's quills.